In this video, we're going to show you how to set up XOGO for Microsoft Teams rooms. There's a lot of documentation available about how to set up your device, room, as well as your camera, microphone, speakers, and screens. This YouTube channel, Microsoft Mechanics, has a full step-by-step setup video for setting up your MTR device. This video is linked in the written setup instructions. The video is called Microsoft Teams Rooms Setup Step by Step. It will provide you all of those details on the hardware, and then after you set up the hardware, how to create a resource mailbox or account using the Microsoft 365 Admin Center. Please go through this video and follow their setup instructions to get your resource account created, as well as logged into your MTR device before proceeding with this video. So once we have logged into our MTR device with our resource account, it's time to go to the Pro Management Portal, or PMP for short, and then go to Rooms. If your device is online, it should show up here. If it's online but isn't displayed here, you may need to restart the MTR device. To restart your device, just click on the three-dot menu, and then there's an option to restart the device. So once we're here, it's a good practice to make sure that the device is healthy. There may be some issues with cameras, microphones, or with the display, so our recommendation would be to try to fix that issue before moving forward. I'll go ahead and fix these issues, and then we'll get back on the next steps to set the device up. So after you've solved all of the issues on your device, you can see my device now says healthy. Now it's time to set up Signage. Just remember, whenever you change some settings either here on PMP or on your device, you may need to restart and just wait a few minutes for it to show up on PMP. So with that in mind, let's see how we can set up permissions either for the tenant or for a single room so that you can display and manage your signage. If you'd like to set up a role to manage all of the rooms within a digital signage tenant, you can create a role and give the following permissions to it. So I need to go to Settings, then Roles, and then we create a role, give it a name and a description, and then click Next. On this page, you just need to make sure that if this is for the whole tenant, that both View and Modify are enabled under the Digital Signage Tenant Management section. And you'll notice that if you click this permission to modify, it automatically changes the permission here for the room as well. We can leave the rest of the basic permissions as is, so this is all that we need to create this role. Next, we'll give a name to the assignment and describe it if you want. Then we'll start adding users. So depending on your organization, you're going to type in the name of a user or the name of a group that you want to assign this role to. Next, you'll select the room or room group. I'll give permission to this one and click Next. Last, we'll review and finish, and then we add the new role. Just click Done. So once you've created a role for your whole tenant or for a single room, it's time to enable digital signage. Now to enable digital signage, click on Settings and then Digital Signage. You'll just toggle here to turn it on. You can choose either option, but for this video, we're going to apply it now and submit. When this message shows up, just wait a few seconds. You can close it, but for the sake of this video, we'll wait for it to close out on its own. Now you can see the digital signage updated successfully. Now it's time to add a digital signage source. Similar to roles, you can later assign your source to your whole tenant or to just a single room. So we'll click here on Add a Source. We'll give it a name and a description if you'd like to. Then we'll click on XOGO and grab our integration ID. To get your integration ID from XOGO, log into the manager as usual, then go to your profile here, tap on the company section, and at the bottom you're going to see a button called Generate Integration ID. So click on that, and now you'll see that there's a token. Once you've clicked on that button, the token gets copied to your clipboard, so you can go ahead and paste it back here. Then click Validate, and you can set the source as a default for the tenant if you'd like. Click Next, acknowledge the terms, then review and finish, and submit. You'll select your source, and now you have two options. You can set it as default, or you can click on Assign to Rooms. Click on Next, set the preferences, and you can assign it either to a group or to several rooms right here. Next, you'll schedule when you want to apply the configuration. Again, I'm going to apply it now. Review and finish, and submit. Wait a few seconds for it to finish. Okay, now that that's done, we have one final step remaining. For this last step, we'll move over to our XOGO Manager and finish the setup of our player. You'll notice under the Players section that you have a new player and it has the name of whatever your team's room is titled. So we'll just click on that player and you'll notice that there's no playlist currently assigned to it. So that's all that's left to do is go ahead and select a playlist for it and click Save. And that's it. Now your device will be ready to display your content on your MTR device once it's idle for 1 minute or according to the settings that you assigned it on PMP. We hope this tutorial was helpful for you in integrating XOGO with your Microsoft Teams rooms.